Hello there, welcome to my channel. I am Nancy and this is my first experience sitting in front of a camera recording for YouTube. I have done voiceovers for a few videos I shot a couple of years ago, but this year I decided I am going to sit in front of a camera and I will record, sharing my experiences, sharing whatever knowledge I would like to get out there. And today's video is about an experience or experiences I had in the past couple of years. I'm not necessarily sharing the story, but I want to focus on the lessons that I got from these experiences. And I went through a lot of things that later on made me realize I was giving myself out to other people in ways that was not authentic to me. I was giving out a part of me, but I wasn't giving the real me, the authentic me. I wasn't letting people see me as I was. When you go through experiences like this, you get to a point where you look at everything, you look at yourself, and you ask yourself, am I benefiting from what I'm doing? Am I benefiting from everything else, from giving out so much to other people? Or am I depleting myself? Am I losing? Giving is not losing. Giving is actually supposed to come from a place of sharing. But when you are giving and you feel like you were losing something in the process, that is not sharing from a place of authenticity. Have you felt that you're giving out to other people and later on you regret? Why did I do that? Why didn't I do that? Why did I agree to that? Why did I say yes to that? Why did I give them that? Why did I allow them to do that to me? Those experiences will make you question whatever boundaries you've set. And that's where everything began for me. I thought I knew how to set boundaries. Does setting boundaries mean saying no to everything? Does setting boundaries mean closing or shutting doors to all experiences out there? It's not. But when you don't have strong boundaries, what you do, you're focusing on other people's priorities. You're focusing on others' needs. And you are slowly opening your boundaries to accommodate them, forgetting to look at yourself. Is what I'm doing fulfilling me? Is what I'm doing respecting my boundaries? Is it fulfilling my needs? Well, you'll ask yourself, why do I do it? Why do I continuously give myself out there in ways that's just not me? That's not what I wanted to say, but you said it. That's not what I wanted to do, but you did it. I didn't want to allow them to do that to me, but you did. And why do we do it? As a yoga teacher, a meditation teacher, I've also realized that one of the things that let me not respect my boundaries was a weakened sense of will. I didn't have a strong will. A weakened solar plexus, a weakened root chakra. I thought me being a good person, me being a caring person, meant I have to be accommodative. I have to accommodate everyone. I have to give space to everyone. How much space can you give to others? How much more can you give? Until you have nothing left for yourself. Until you are so crowded and so pushed into a tiny corner that you can't even move. That's what we're doing. That's what a lot of you out there are doing. You're giving every available space to other people. You are leaving little to no space to yourself. And you're not deliberately doing it. You are, I'd like to say you're programmed into it. You've been living that way. You've lived this way for a very, very long time. It's all you know. It's all you know. But how do you get out of it? You know, we talk a lot about, oh, this is happening, that's happening to you. Isn't that happening to you? Why is it happening and how to get out of it? That's the most important thing. How to get out of it. Those boundaries. You set them. You break them yourself. You open them a little bit and allow other people to break them completely. And you go back again, you set new boundaries. Or you reset the same old boundaries just for you to break them again. Listen to your instincts. This, the body, will tell you. Your instincts, you will feel them in your gut. And when you do, if you were anything like what I was in the couple of years, you will ignore them and do whatever you feel drawn not to do, pulled away from. You're being pulled away from this thing, but you will do it anyway. Because you will have fear of disappointing other people, fear of losing people, fear of not being that good person, fear of not being the helper, or fear of being the exact opposite of what you've been told you are, which to you sounded good. Listening to your instinct is the same as taking care of yourself. It's self-care. You are giving yourself the trust, and you will say, I hear you. I'm listening to you, and I will do as you tell me. You have that nagging feeling deep in your gut that tells you, don't do it. This is not a good idea. But you were thinking somebody else is going to be disappointed. Let them be disappointed. Let them be disappointed, because you will be listening to yourself. It's very, very important to listen to that tiny little voice inside of you. The more you listen to it, the stronger it gets. And the stronger your instincts are, the more aware you will be. Your awareness. That is the next thing, your self-awareness. When you are in the situations that you actually need to stop giving, before you get into those situations where you need to stop giving, before you get into a place where you find yourself just continuously giving and allowing people into your space that you shouldn't be allowing, be aware. How to build awareness? Listen to yourself. Oh, I feel very anxious right now. Why? What's causing that anxiety? It's like me sitting in front of this video, doing this. I'm like, oh, it's so uncomfortable. Why? Why is it uncomfortable? Someone out there is going to be listening to me. It's going to be looking at me. It's going to be judging, analyzing what I'm saying. How sure am I people are actually going to do that? I'm not. But my mind tells me that's what people are going to do. But instead of me shying away from doing this, I'm being aware of it. I'm looking at myself. I'm saying, you do have it. I acknowledge the anxiety, the fear, the worry. It's not small, it's big. Everybody who's been in front of a YouTube video knows this. It's big. But I want to be aware of it. I'm going to be aware of it. And I will tell myself over time, it's okay. It's okay to feel it. But you know what? It doesn't exist. It hasn't even happened. So when you are giving yourself far too much, you're overextending, you're stretching and stretching yourself for other people. And you're like, I don't want to do it anymore. I stop right here. And then you feel, they're going to judge me. They're going to say I'm such a terrible child. I'm a terrible daughter. I'm a terrible partner. I'm not a very good colleague. When you feel that, stop right there. Look at it. Acknowledge it. It is valid. You are feeling it. But do you have to stop yourself from listening to yourself? No, you don't. Absolutely not. Just continue listening. Build that awareness, that self-awareness, to say no when you have to say no. You can't do it here. You can't tell your mind, oh, I'm going to do it. We know. Those of us who teach meditation, we know. This is an entity of its own. But usually the feeling of being unable to maintain your boundaries. You feel it here. You feel it down here. You're just, I don't want to do it. Or you do it. And you're like, why did I do that? And then you wallow, you just roll in that regret. You roll in that feeling of, I really didn't want to do that. Why did I do that? And it makes it even worse. What I'm sharing today is from personal experiences. It's lessons that I learned that in order for me to stop opening my boundaries, breaking my boundaries, allowing people cross them, go over them, go under them, pull and do whatever to my boundaries, I needed to listen to my instincts. I needed to be very self-aware. I needed to prioritize my time, my self-care, my needs. I needed to understand what's important to me. And sometimes we have a lot of things and people coming into our lives that are actually not very important. But because we are so accommodating, we are so loving, we are so caring, we give far too much. Because a loving being has to give, isn't it? How much more can you give until you have nothing else left to give? When you've built up your instinct to a level where now you know, I'm going to say no to this, I'm going to say yes to that. I know what's important to me. Now start to prioritize self-care even more. Oh, I said yes to this, I said no to that. Understand why you did that. Understand how that's helping you, how important that is for you. And over time, you're building the muscle. You're getting used to doing this. And eventually you will realize, oh, I haven't actually said yes to that friend who always takes me to places I don't want to go and lets me be in the presence of people I don't want to be in, people who always take advantage of me. Then you realize you haven't done that in a very long time. And you start to trust yourself. It's a confirmation. I can do it. I did it. It worked. And you can do it more. When you are well equipped to hold on to your boundaries, to understand what's your need, what's a priority for you, you will then be able to give and to share from a place of authenticity. To share truly, truly, truly from your heart. And that's a beautiful thing to do. You will do, you will share, you will say, you will give to others, and you will feel replenished. You will feel fulfilled when you are done doing it. I'll give you an example. I sometimes teach free yoga classes online. And when I'm done, I feel refreshed. I'm like, I loved doing that. It's a priority for me to give the skills and the knowledge that I know, that I have to other people. It doesn't deplete me. A last tip as I sign out, remember that regret can be a teacher. Just like all other life lessons, this can also be a teacher. Why did it happen? Why do you feel this way? And what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? I hope whatever little mess I shared today is helpful in some way. And I will be sharing a few tidbits there and there, lessons I've gained or I've learned from my experiences. And I will probably share some of these stories a bit later on, because I think all of us need to hear stories from other people that we can look at and say, oh, that's me. That sounds like me. That looks like me. I done that. I'm doing it. And somebody has worked through it. I find videos like that really, really helpful to me. I look at other people who are experiencing the same challenges as me, and I learn from them. And that is valuable to me. So I'm hoping this little mess that I'm sharing will be helpful to you in some way. And if you'd like to hear more or learn more of whatever I have to share in these lessons, please do subscribe, like, and share this with others out there. And thank you for taking your time to come listen to me. I truly, truly appreciate it. I truly hope what I have shared today will shed some light in some way, or be of any help in some way.